and we are back, y'all. So just to get into let me play the right song right here. What song should I go out with? Honestly, when I think about it, I think I played N.A.M.E. I don't know, maybe on a bad time, because I really like that song. The sample was clean. Fuck. I'm actually ending with one of my favorite collab between Tory and another artist right here. Let me just play this song on repeat. What's the definition of? So let me just get into it. Chixtape 3 was pretty dope. I know this feels kind of weird. I should play a Chixtape 3 song. Let me think. Fuck. But either way though, Chixtape 3 is dope. But it's, in my opinion, the worst Chixtape out of all of them. And it just deals with the structure and you trying to follow it from beginning to end. It's very confusing and very crooked at times. I think the whole thing is just like, one, like, you know, like this is the only tape where Tory goes crazy with where he samples songs. Like he sampled maybe one late 90s song. Everything else is early 2000s, but then he sampled modern songs. He sampled the Ed Sheeran song, which was probably made 3 months before the release of this mixtape, very recent. Then he made another sample of a song that was only released a year ago, which was a Trey Songz Milla J collab, Disrespectful from Trigger. Then he did Keisha, which was sampling a Weeknd song. So basically he sampled 3 songs made in the 2010s. So it's like still relevant. And you know, with the exception really of I think Save It and Looks was dope. Don't get me wrong. Dope fire songs, but I feel like the reason why he made Chixtape series, and especially going after 2 where he wanted to do it, it was all about trying to revisit back the old songs, which is what he fully committed to going forward on 4 and 5. And I applaud him for that. All right, so like he kind of stays true, kind of like to his structure. And before you want to say fuck the structure, let me tell you this: if you're gonna say that, you might as well say fuck I told you. All right, fuck Lost Cause, fuck Conflicts of My Soul, fuck I don't know, Sincerely Tory. All of like probably your favorite Tory projects. If you're really gonna say fuck structure, just keep that in mind. Fuck Chixtape 2. You might as well say that, because if you're gonna tell me Tory Lanez doesn't care about structuring things and make things work in a certain way that gets people aroused when they listen to his music, then you are ignorantly mistaken. I was gonna say sadly mistaken, but either way, it's just, this is probably like the most unorganized project Tory has ever dropped, like where he really didn't know like what the fuck he was doing. So to go back to that Joe Budden interview where he ranked all his Chixtapes and he said he didn't know what the fuck he was doing about Chixtape 1, well, my nigga, that's what I'm gonna say about Chixtape 3, because I don't know what the fuck he was doing on here. With that being said, oh shit, I got the fucking sample playing. Fuck it, I'm just gonna go back and play Save It. It's dope. But either way, get myself back in that Chixtape 3 mentality. Like I said, keep my expectation at this point, if you don't know, are extremely high for Tory Lanez. I'm not expecting nothing that's something that he's made before, unless it's something elevated on another level. I'm expecting nothing but new, different kinds of music that's gonna blow my mind. I'm expecting something that I've never heard of before from him. That's how high my expectation is from him. So when I hear something that's either something really repetitive what he's made before or generic, I'm not gonna really fuck with it. But that doesn't mean that it's not hot. I just, like I said, I got higher expectation from him than most of y'all. And they'll feel that fuck with me, know where I'm coming from, and they feel the same way. Simple as that. But either way, it's not about like it. Let's move on from that. It's not all about that. The bigger picture is just that for me, like I said, this is a fire mixtape. Compared to music from other artists, they can't touch Tory on this. But I feel like It's just there's a few mistakes here and there that I feel like just doesn't make this mixtape run smooth. He ends up, and you can trust me on this because on the next tape, Chixtape 4, he ends up smoothing a lot of those mistakes. But unfortunately, when he smoothed up Chixtape 4, he also sacrificed the level of creativity at the same time. You gotta understand, sometimes, like, he's not perfect. So, like, he's gonna make mistakes here and there. So don't automatically just give him, say, like, oh, it's fire, fire, fire. Like, no, like, you gotta be honest with this dude. Alright? Either that or you just don't have the mental awareness to really understand where he's coming from. Like, this dude is a fucking musical genius. Do not take anything away from him. He's not no regular basic nigga. He's not no, like, he walk around and talk to you like he's cool, like a street nigga, but inside here, he's a fucking genius. He has a mentality when it comes to music that, like, not many people have. Like, you gotta really be gifted. He's a gifted motherfucker. So give him credit and give him what he needs to hear. At the end of the day, he already told y'all on Tell Me, be real as fuck and tell it to his face. But if you think it's hard, then that's cool. At the end of the day, it's no knock on you. But at the same time, just be aware what he's capable of. He's capable of blowing your mind out of your fucking head. Like, your brain should be flying out every fucking time you hear his song. That's all I gotta say. So if it's something that you've heard before, that ain't Tory. That's just, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that it ain't Tory, but like, that ain't him at his best. He's gonna always blow your mind out. He's done this, man, for a long time. Even feels in his old project, some songs made me really go, whoo. I mean, my God, that trip through Sincerely Tory was something else, man. But that being said, Chixtape 3 is just, like I said, a few songs where, there's a couple songs on here where I'm like, I don't know why the fuck it's on here. I don't fuck with Juvenile freestyle. It doesn't fit the Chixtape mode. It doesn't feel R&B-ish at all. It just feels, like I said, him hopping on, really just flexing around, talking shit, you know, like as if it's a new Toronto song or some shit like that. And plus, it was just a cheap rendition of Juvenile, like slow motion. It really just adding the 808 and making it go faster. It's same thing I could say about what's it called? What's the name song? You Got It Worse. The production there was basically subpar in my opinion. Like, nothing really unique, nothing creative about it. But Tory's story on there was really well, and it followed back to back to back, because there he kind of talks about Keisha actually creeping out on him and cheating on him with another dude. Found out about that. Then talked about Walked Out, where he felt like she walked out of his life, and that felt painful. And then he talks about Save It. This is where he's like, he comes to realization of what really happens, and after the pain, and after like denial, like, I can't believe she did this, like why she walked out, like feeling depressed. Now he's kind of like got the confidence in himself, say that you gave up what we have, you know. Like, he's accepting the facts that she ain't gonna be the same as how she used to be. I mean, I'm not gonna say that he's fully like accepted everything that she's done towards him, but he's fully aware that she did some traveling shit, even though, like he said, he still can't believe that she left him for another dude and all that. I think, like, at the end of the day, he still made his peace going forward into the next track, Keisha. So the structure going from there is not bad. I feel like it gets broken up a bit at Juvenile. That's where it throws everything off for me. And it's like when you're, let's say you're a bodybuilder, you're great, like your legs, your thighs going down to your calves, ankle, you're great, you're solid. And then it's the same thing from like your chest and your shoulders, your arms are great. But then you got like a little bit of that belly fat right there in the bottom. Like, it's just, that's what I'm saying. Like, that middle part is just not looking good, and you got to work on that. That's what I feel about Chixtape 3 if I was going to compare it to a physical body, man. So, the skits were kind of interesting here and there. So, I mean, it's not a bad tape. Like I said, it's a really good tape, but it's just, to me, there's songs where it lacks creativity. There are songs that, you know, maybe they've been a little too long, where they did extra. They overdid it on a few things, and they could have shortened it. And don't get me wrong, I like it when they try to be creative, but sometimes, like, you gotta know a limit on how long you gotta do certain things just to keep folks, you know, to pay attention to your shit. So with that being said, let me get into my category, man. or my catalog for Chixtape 3. Category A is You Don't Know My Name. I know in spite of the criticism I gave it, like I still think this is a great song, and the whole theme about it revolves around Tory dealing with girls who see him as a celebrity, but they don't really see him as who he really is. Daystar Peterson, the dude that, you know, how he grew up and everything, the lifestyle. They don't see that. They just see him as just the artist, the R&B singer / rapper. That's it. You know what I mean? The guy with the baby smooth voice. So that's where he goes, You Don't Know My Name. That to me sounds like a radio hit single, and it's dope as hell. And like I said, if they were to edit it, like you could consider this like an extended, you know, unmastered version of the song. If they were to edit it, like I said, made it a minute more short where it would be perfect for the radio at 4 minutes long, perfect. So like I said, this song's nothing but a couple snips, a little bit here and there, just being done. I know I said also like that he wasn't really focused on fully singing on that song, but like I said, it's just because I feel like it doesn't fit the Chixtape mold too much. It does feel like it's dope to the point where like it would make a great single for him, but I wouldn't say necessarily like the whole Chixtape story and the whole theme, it doesn't necessarily fit all the way there, because I'm pretty sure, you know, when it comes to Keisha, like this is someone who knew him since day one or some shit. Like this is who he grew up with. So like the song doesn't necessarily fit with the topic about Keisha and this whole story. So I think that's really what I feel about that song. But it's a dope sample. I like the way they did it. You Don't Know My Name, the way they played it off was dope. Obviously different from Alicia, where she was trying to get a dude's attention and she's like, I really got something crazy for you, but you don't know my name. And the same thing goes for and it's like the opposite where the way Tory flips it. It's like, you kind of know who I am as a celebrity and trying to get with me, but you don't really know who I am, so you don't know my real name. I like that. It's a great playoff. Category B is SMN. Simple as that. Lyrically, I think it's a genius move by Tory, especially if he truly did what I think he did. And that's direct one verse towards Keisha and the other towards Jalissa. That's like him addressing both girls at the same time, which is crazy as hell. Then obviously category C Came From Me, the intro or the first song coming off this mixtape. One of the chillest vibes on the song, bro. Like it's just dope. And honestly, like I like when Tory's in that mode, when he gets that type of song where it's slowed down a little bit, you know, and comes here and does his thing, and then like the way near at the end where like they change it up a little bit, and then they have the telephone effect on the 808 kind of roll with him, clean as hell. And to me that just reminded me of like the Chixtape 2, like all like the idea he had going on with that. Like it just gave me that Chixtape 2 vibe, and I fuck with that. So I like Came From Me, man. It really is. It's one of the best songs on there as well. Category D is gonna be looks. Definitely when it comes to delivery of the production, it is clean as hell, especially when you first start off. Like you wouldn't think like, holy smokes, you take a most recent song and then the way they flipped it was dope as hell. In my opinion, they're the one that started, like I'm talking about Picasso and Lanez. They were the one that started the idea of sampling this song, and then DJ Drama later caught wind of it and was like, let me see if I can get a better version of this made. But either way, they were the first to think of it, and it was dope. And then the way that they did the R&B version where Tory was singing, to where they slowed it down a little bit and then lowered the octave for Tory to rap on, it was clever and it was ingenious by those guys. Nice move. Category E for really the best song on this mixtape. I already mentioned it, but it's definitely Walked Out. I love this song. I really want to give it to Save It, and it deserves it, but you know, like it's the only song where I actually have a credible feature. Well, not credible, but like I can give that feature so we can get away with it. But Walked Out, to me, even though it's 2 minutes long, it's perfect from beginning to end. The only complaint I really have, which is not even a complaint, is that I wish it was a little longer, so that way I can enjoy it more. But it's just fine. There's no flaws in this song at all. Like it's perfect from beginning to end, from when it started to when it ended, just like that. So like no complaints. Like that's a really well-made song. Obviously category F, this bails me out when there's another dope song. So Ed Sheeran, thank you very much for that. Even though they really did sample Ed Sheeran, they kind of made him feel like as if he was part of the song, which is cool. And I think originally, if you were to download this mixtape, let me see, I think they gave him the credit as a feature. Let me double check on that, y'all. And I know I already went past the 10-minute mark, so you can roast me in the comment section. I'm trying to get this done quick because I haven't reacted to. There's one more. I got to do a first reaction pretty soon, and I'm looking forward to doing it. Man, y'all look forward to it. As soon as I drop this, I'm gonna be reacting to August Alsina's new mixtape, The Product 3. So if you're a big August fan, hey, look forward to it because I'm definitely enjoying his music, man. Heavy, anytime. Yeah, see? I'm not joking. Right there. Let me see if I can get y'all to focus on that. See right there? Tory Lanez, Save It, featuring Ed Sheeran. So, there you go. That's an official feature right there, credit. So, I can get away with that. But also, I can also read the production credit here. So, Came For Me was produced by Lanez and Picasso. N.A.M.E was produced by Lanez and Picasso. Looks was produced by Lavish. Lavish once again strikes through with gold, as usual. Lavish never misses. Juvenile Freestyle was produced by Tory Lanez and Play Picasso. Y'all needed to take that song back to the drawing board. Actually, take it out. Like, it wasn't even. I don't even really fuck with that song in general. S.M.N. was produced by Tory Lanez and Play Picasso. Y'all doing your thing. You Got It Worse was produced by Play Picasso and Tory Lanez. Walked Out was produced by Tory Lanez and Play Picasso. Save It was produced by Play Picasso and Sergio Romero. Anytime I see Romero's name in there, no wonder. It's always something special about that song production. It's just always something. This is what I gotta say. I love Picasso, but I don't think he should be involved with producing every track. But at the same time, I don't want to take him for granted because after Tory abandoned working with them for Love Me Now, I'm like, you know what? I'd rather hear Play Picasso make beats than anybody else. But what I mean by give him some leniency, like, yeah, he could definitely have a major role, but like work with the people that made your tracks even doper. And I always say, go back to Chixtape 2 and who you had on there, because Chixtape 2 was dope. All right, you have a song that was what the fuck was this shit? All right, I was like, why did it take me somewhere else? All right, Tim Curry. I mean, obviously Tory Lanez was involved with making every track on there, but he worked with guys like Tim Curry, the Mechanics, Daniel Worthy, who I can't give enough credit for. Obviously, like I said, Tory and Play Picasso worked on definitely 4 songs, I believe, together on this tape. Yeah, Unity, something part, no, not something part 2, Rain. It's like, y'all know how to make these songs. Y'all made these songs. TLC, all that. It's like those dope vibes. You don't even have the high, like, you don't have no percussions running, no drum, no nothing. Like, on some of these songs, it's just dope. Like how they did all that, how they did Rain was dope as hell. Also Chemist, who made something part 2 with Tory Lanez. That's another production team you got, or duo you got to work with, man. Or I don't know, is it a single person or is it a group? Either way, Chemist, another name to focus back on, man. But yeah, they also, but Play and Tory also made Unity, man. So I can't really speak more on just how dope 2 is, dude. Like, 2 is really like, it takes you on a journey. And I feel like you don't get that journey feeling all the way throughout 3. And when we get to 4, it feels you definitely feel some type of dope ass journey going through that tape at some points. I feel like a couple songs were like pit stops and kind of slowed you down a bit, but like Chixtape 2 was full go on mode, like green lights all the way. This one you had like some red lights here. You have to cross through some yellow lights as well. But like it was like near the end, I want to say, going forward to like when you hear walked out, save it, and even Keisha, like I still can't knock on that. Like this tape started great and ended really well. You know, it's just the middle stuff is where like it kind of gets a little like, it's like confusing. But for the most part, it's not a bad tape, man. It's not bad. I'm not gonna like try to roast this. I'm not really interested in roasting anything. It's just when I say it's the worst, what could be the worst thing Tory could make could be equivalent to probably the best thing a whack artist could make. Think about it like that. So I'll definitely take Chixtape 3 by Tory Lanez over a lot of projects that could be considered an artist's best. Like a lot of people, man, out there. I mean, shoot, I'll listen to Chixtape 3 before I listen to anything by Trippie Redd, by 6ix9ine, by A Boogie with the Hoogie, all those newbies, any like people named YBN and all that, like those young cats. Hell, I'll even say I'll listen to Chixtape 3 before I even play anything from NBA YoungBoy. I'm just that serious. Like a lot of these cats sound so like they sound similar, they sound bland. They don't try to be creative like the way I know Tory can. So I can respect the fact that they did show some creativity here. It's just like I said, it just felt like an awkward walking path. Like you really don't know where you're supposed to go. It's like not many directions. It's kind of like you get lost a lot here. That's how I feel. But anyways, that's it. That's the end of Chixtape 3. If you really want to see my board, it's really minimalistic. There's not much I could do. The cover is only white and black. I mean, you got her brown skin. I mean, I could use a brown marker, but I'm like, it looked weird. Actually, let me see. Because I forgot this. I gotta write the, whatchamacallit, production credit and the track number. But yeah, so like, I don't really hate on this tape. I don't. This is probably, like I said, the most least, well, I wouldn't say the most least, that goes to Love Me Now, but like, out of the tapes that out of the projects I like from Tory, that I enjoy, and I have a very more general positive reaction to it than negative, let's put it that way. I have more positive to say about this tape than negative, so when it comes to anything positive, this is probably the least one I played, or the one I played the least out of all of them, but that doesn't change the fact that it's still a dope ass tape, man. And now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna put back. So, damn it, I made this way too long. I usually try to keep things at 10 minutes. I don't know why, man. Alright, so I can actually write. I'll just write the track name and brown. Give you guys something colorful. I mean, I could have kept it black and white, but I was like, Well, yeah, so I will be, as soon as this drops, I gotta drop Chixtape 2. I already have that pre-recorded, and it's dope the way it is. I didn't do a drawing for it, but at the end of the day, it's like, I'm cool without it. I really don't need it, but I could if I wanted to. We'll figure it out. I might actually just do a new video, and then just do a, do a final thoughts on Chixtape 2. Or I could do a diagnosis, like how I did for I Told You. Do a diagnosis for Chixtape 2 and really show you guys what really made that tape really dope. But I think I did it well, more than a well enough job on showing that. Damn, though. But let me know in the comment section what's your favorite Chixtape series, and you could tell me why. And you could also tell me what's your least favorite, or you could do your own rankings. I won't give my own rankings until I get to 5 and break it down there. You'll be surprised how I feel about 5. How I feel about 5 compared to when I did my first reaction. I've garnered some respect for it. Some respect. Not like, I'm not all like on board with it saying that, oh, it's a great tape. Like it's there's still some things about it where it just feels too plastic and commercial, and I don't fuck with it. But there are some aspects where I've grown to really respect a little more. You know what I mean? I just think it's probably the most extra out of all the Chixtapes, just because of one or a few things, like how he tried so hard to pretty much get all the artists the original artists who he sampled the song from. You know, few artists did great when they did their part, but like I just felt like that was just hella extra. And maybe if he could have done a Chixtape 5, just him solo, and he could have done that version. Like I know he did that already out there, but if he wanted to do a Chixtape 5 solo version, I mean, and just be like Tory exclusive and just did his own verses and everything, it'd be interesting. I think it would be dope to listen to, just hear Tory and see what he would add and what if it would get any better, you know what I mean? So I think it would be cool. But here you go. Oh no, not done yet. Damn it. So, with the exception of category D, I can't believe Lavish produced Looks solo. That's crazy. Usually Lavish is working with another producer, but that's dope. Let me go back to this. Back to Chixtape 3. I just want to make sure, double check. Came from Me, Tory and Play. SMN, Tory and Play. You Don't Know My Name, or Name. I don't know why I wrote name that long. I'm writing it like as if it's Alicia Keys' song. It's Tory's version. It's only Name. That's fucking crazy. I wrote that like that. I'm gonna say this right now. If y'all still fucking with me, in the middle of all this bullshit, because I really didn't plan this out as well as I was hoping for. I'm just fucking with y'all I fucks with y'all even more. Let me put it that way. Damn. But yeah, there's definitely some fire songs, bro. Like I said, some where like the production may not be there all the way, but Tory was. And I'm just saying, an artist can only carry a subpar production for so long, man. I mean, I hate when he does that. Sometimes I hate when the artist gives a damn good performance on a shitty beat, because then it's like, fuck. It's like, save that for the really good beat, you know what I mean? Like, or save that with like a really damn good production. Okay, so let me write it like this. So, with the exception of 2 songs on here, everything on my catalog is produced by Tory Lanez and Play Picasso. The other 2 were, you got Lavish doing his solo on Looks, and then on Save It you got Sergio Romero, and there you go, so y'all can focus on that. You got Sergio Romero and Play Picasso on Save It. But there you go. Add a little bit of brown. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. But yeah, that's it. It's your boy Drew Blue signing out. Yeah, look forward to when I do August Alsina Product 3. It'll be coming out pretty shortly. I know that's a little bit out of topic, but also look forward to Chixtape 4, which I do have pre-recorded, and I think I got everything done. If I need to do my catalog, which I think I did, I don't know if I wrote things down. If not, I'll probably just do that based off what I said, and I'll just go like that, and yeah, we'll be done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know why I always do that premature, but hopefully you guys enjoy this. And you know, like I said, it's always a free debate. This is all fun. This is all really just us enjoying music. So if you feel different, if you feel like some different type of way about certain songs, you can tell me how you feel about it. I'm down for that. You know, I'm always gonna respect other people's opinions, especially if it differs from me, or you know, even if you feel the same way I do. No matter what, I respect differing opinions. But yeah, hopefully you guys like this, and yeah, it's time for me to bounce ahead and do what I gotta do. So on this episode, I'm signing out. All right, stay safe and stay blessed, Joe. Deuces. Ow!